Welcome back to our show, Briggs on Books. If it's in the 12 o'clock hour out here in California, the show's Briggs on Books, which we've been doing since 2008. We used to be called Central Valley Artists and Authors, but Zoom forced us to learn a new technology. So we've been interviewing authors from all over the world, and we've turned into an international show. So we've rebranded. If you're wondering why we don't have the old name, that's why we're here now, Briggs on Books. And in fact, our next guest, Millergeorges, is coming to us all the way from Chicago, Illinois. Welcome, Miller.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Yeah. Very excited.
Tell me a little bit about your book, Nothing Grand. When did it come out?
It came out in 2021, so about a couple of years now, and it's on Amazon. And just a quick story about the book. I've been writing it for about 14 years before actually publishing it. And it's just about a man who passes away, and the story goes from that moment on. Okay. So it's a bit different.
Yeah. Well, is there a specific genre you think it represents?
I cannot really put it like in a specific genre. It's kind of like it's a literary fiction, I would say. But there's a lot of going on. So I cannot really put it into one specific area. Yeah.
By the way, I typed it into Amazon. It popped right up, so it's easy to find, easy to order, and
perfect.
Yeah, Amazon works great. It's changed our lives, I think, as readers and authors. Now, let me ask you this: you're a school teacher. Tell me about that.
Yep, I'm a high school teacher. I've been teaching since 2007, so been a long time.
What do you teach?
You'll be surprised, actually. I'm a French teacher. Most people think I'm English, but I'm French.
Yeah, I read in your notes that you taught a few people French this last year. I thought that's fascinating. Now, what is interesting? First of all, you're raised in Cairo.
Yes, that's correct.
You don't have a lot of accent there.
Well, I've been living here since 1996.
Yeah,
so.
Is English your second language?
At this point, yeah, pretty much.
Second language, yeah.
Growing up, it was Arabic and French.
Arabic. Now, you're always fascinated. This is what got me excited about the interview. You're always fascinated by these supernatural phenomenons going on around you. Tell me about some of that.
I mean, since growing up, all I've been reading was a lot of supernatural stuff. Just for the French stuff. So like Jules Verne, some of his writing, Edgar Allan Poe. I read a lot of that as well. So it's something that just fascinated me, like UFOs, stuff like that. These things just, I don't know, speak to me for some reason.
And by the way, did you see a UFO?
Funny story. I actually have seen something, and it was in Naperville, Illinois, actually, which is really bizarre. I actually drove around Area 51 and all that stuff, and nothing peculiar. But somehow in Illinois, I actually saw one last summer, which was really bizarre.
Yeah. It's interesting how they're becoming more common and more accepted into the mainstream, not just the fringe things. And I feel like maybe our government is kind of easing us into it, so we start getting used to it before they tell us everything.
That's pretty much what I think is happening, yes. And there's a little bit of that also in my book.
Yeah. By the way, I forgot to introduce you this way. I wanted to introduce you as being a human, husband, father, teacher, author, wanderer, and nature and hiking enthusiast.
That's correct. I love hiking very much. I love nature in general. I'm actually going towards you in a couple of weeks. I'm going to Nevada and California and Utah just to do some hiking there.
Nice. That's nice. Do you think you'll make it to Yosemite?
That was actually my goal, but I was not able to get the permit, unfortunately. So I'm going to be just hiking all the way around.
It's tough right now because we had rains, which we never get rain, and Yosemite's flooding, and it's just been so unusual, and it may get worse. Now, you seem like you'd be a great high school teacher, by the way. Very inspiring. Yeah. Now, tell us about. I want to get back to the book a little bit.
Sure, go for it.
You've been working on it for 14 years. I was going to ask you, did you do it during COVID? Because that's a lot of our authors tell that story.
No, but I was able to do a lot of editing during COVID. Yeah. Yes. So I started actually the moment I was about to start teaching, student teaching really, I got into a car accident. I got hit by a drunk driver.
Oh boy!
And just a weekend right before I was supposed to start, I got hit, and I was not able to, so had to stay home, and that kind of like delayed my whole student teaching for about 6 months.
Oh boy!
So that's actually when I started writing for the first time on this book, and it just once I started teaching, it was very hard to start writing and then teaching at the same time. So it took me a long time just to get to that point.
Yeah. Our viewership is made up of readers, writers or authors, but a giant section of our viewership is made up of people who are in the process of writing a book. So,
yeah.
And I always try to say to you, congratulations, Miller, because you finished writing. When most people, that seems to be the hardest part. You finished. And what happened after you finished? Was there a big process figuring out how to get the book published?
Yeah. I mean, it's actually, there's a lot of work that happens behind after you even finish the story. They say that the hardest part is just writing it, but there's a lot of things happen after you finish, because there's a lot of editing. There's a book cover, then like where to publish. Should we publish there, self-publish, not self-publish, all those things. Just and that's why it took like a long time, especially at towards the end. So it took me about a couple of years just to finally get it out there.
And I feel like you're still writing all the time.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So I'm actually writing about 3 or 4 stories at a time. So hopefully those roll out very soon.
Will your next book, it'll be easier once you finish writing to get it out. You've learned some tricks, I bet.
Exactly. So right now I'm about halfway through another book, and hopefully that is finished, especially now during the summer when I'm not teaching.
It won't take another 14 years.
I hope not.
Now, like I said, a lot of our viewers are writing. What's your process? Do you write by hand? Do you get a laptop or a computer? How do you go about it?
Well, right now, it depends on what you're writing. If it's like just an idea or something, I do like a quick note on my phone. That's like probably the quickest thing. But I'm always like I have stuff to just write with. So
yeah. I like that. You get your phone and just make a notation or type something in, and you've got a note and an idea. That's great.
And then the process, because of the I have like an iPad and Mac, that whole Mac system. So whatever I write can be like transmitted everywhere. Yeah. So even if I start on my phone, I can just continue it on my iPad or my computer.
Is it all Apple, by the way?
Yeah, it's all Apple. So because of that system,
everything's all shared. You type it one place and it's everywhere. That's fascinating. What a difference! When I went to college, there was no computers. We were using typewriters, and if we had computers, my college would have been way different. All right, back to the book then. I guess one can get it on Amazon.
Correct. So it's actually available on Amazon and Orders, and it's recently been published with Kobo. So you can actually get it on there. And right now, just because it's published recently, it's actually you can get it for free on Kobo.
I saw that. What is that, Kobo? How do you spell that?
Kobo.
Yeah, I saw that on your Instagram. I tell people, go to Miller's Instagram. It's fascinating. There's all kinds of great pictures and insights, and you see his book in different places, which is kind of fun. And by the way, who would be reading your book? Is it for adults? Is it for everybody?
It's for adults mostly, but just because last year actually my high school actually adopted the book into their library, which was really amazing. Yeah. So they actually, a lot of my students actually started reading it because they I was a new teacher at that school that currently at, which is Rebels High School, by the way, and some of the students Googled my name and they were able to find the book. So oh, we want to read it, which was awesome.
It's okay for high school students to read.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It is.
Last thought here is that I just want to tell the viewers, check it out. Check out George. Check out his book. It's easy to find on Amazon. There's a nice little bio of millergeorges. I keep saying it backwards. Nice little bio of millergeorges on the Instagram. We're way past time, Miller, but any last thoughts for our viewers?
No, I just want to really thank you so much for having me, and it's a really great book. I actually had a lot of people, even my students, read it and just completely random people. It's not even friends or family. They tell me how great the book is.
That's
so
nice.
check it out. It's a really great book. So and might change your life. That's what I've been
All
told.
right. Miller George, everyone. Say your Instagram address.
It's at Miller M as in Michael, George with an S at the end.
Miller M. George with an S on there. Very good. We will be back with more books right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you.